So now we come to question 7. So it states that there is a curve with equations, with equation y equals to x power of minus 3 and ln x. So this, you can straight away know that it something like ln x and x cubed, that will be very identical to your O-levels additional math questions. I mean, to a certain extent, and you know that there's an asymptote. You know x is always bigger than 0. So this is the first impression you need to know. Okay, regardless of whether they ask you questions or not. So it asks us to show that and x cannot be equal to 0. It have to be bigger than 0. dy dx is equals to 1 minus 3 ln x and x to the power of 4. And hence, find the coordinate of the turning point of C. Without they ask hence, that means you have to use that the information without knowing that, without verifying this thing. We know that dy dx have to be 0 turning point, or else you cannot graduate from A levels. So you must understand that dy dx is equal to 0. So when it equals 0, which means that this, the denominator have to be 0. Without verifying this thing, so you know x itself is 1 over 3. Log x is 1 over 3. Ln x is equal to e 1 over 3. Okay, why I put this first? Because if you really don't know how to do that, you don't know what turning point is, so you get this thing, you can get at least 1 mark. Okay, however, I would definitely love to differentiate this because this is very simple. So dy dx itself is becoming d dx x cubed ln x. So you can apply quotient law, quotient rule. The bottom, it is x to the power 6, because x squared. So the top one is 1 over x. By here, you need to be very familiar with this law. And this is x cubed. And you have a minus in front. So now, you differentiate your bottom. 3x squared times the top ln x. You realize that the bottom and the top, there are a lot of things that you can cancel. Correct? Then the x is here also. So the x cancel with this x. Because it's 1 and x. So becoming 1 minus 3 log x, x fourth. Okay, so this is the answer. You can use show now, QED, because it's a way of doing things. The next question, B, 5 marks. It asks the exact area enclosed by C, the acid, and y equals to 3. Just now, you can use your GC to draw this curve. Okay, we know there's a turning point, and we know very well that, okay, you have certain asymptote. Can it be 0? Why can it be 0? Can it be 0? Yeah, when x equals to 1, it definitely will be 0. Correct? But can x be 0? X can never be 0. So we use something like that. So when x is very big, ln x cannot match. It will be something like that. Without using GC, I already plot the curve. Try not to use GC too often. Okay, so it asks you to do the enclosed by the C, SSC, and the line x equals to 3. X equals to 3 is here. And this is what? E equals to 1 over 3. Okay, E to 2 power 1 over 3. It's not equal to 2 power 1 over 3. Got it? What value will be less than 1? So E minus something will be less than 1, right? The index, huh? So don't get cheated, huh? So E equals to 1. So 1 over 3 will be more than 1. Okay? Correct? Yeah, I now say, okay, yeah, correct lah. So this is the one that we are going to find, this curve C. So C will remind us is y equals to ln x over x cubed. So that means we need to integrate this lah. Wow, how to integrate? So complicated. Any idea? How to integrate this? By parts lor. What is mean by parts? du dt equals to v times u minus u dv. This is by parts. That means you differentiate these. This can u and this can be a v. You differentiate these and integrate these, then you will have a better result, because this is very differentiable. This is very integrable. I mean that the green one is very integrable and this is very differentiable. So then you can use by part. So you must observe the questions, and give you 5 marks. It's not for free. So this is u and dv. So what you need to do is that just to copy down whatever it is. I put a blue line is u. So u is this. Okay, just copy down the u. And v itself is into this my 3. So when you integrate it, become minus 3 divided by x minus 2. Correct? So minus 2x minus 2 power of minus 2 divided by minus 2. Correct? Anything wrong with that? This is x minus 3. So we integrate, become x minus 2 over minus 2. So we differentiate, become x minus 3. Correct? So then the red color, okay, since this is ln x, it have to be du. Du means that it become 1 over x. So your v itself is this. Dx. Correct? So this equals to ln x. X minus 2 minus 2, and this is minus plus already, because you can put it outside. This become x minus 3 dx. Okay, so this x minus 3 dx is very integrable. In fact, every function is integrable. Okay, I mean this is a bit high level, but next time if you really interested in mathematics, then we'll talk about this thing. So this is x minus 2 divided by minus 2. Okay, plus c, because I didn't put a definite integral here. So if you want to put a definite integral here, it will be something like that. 3 and 1, right? What you need to do is that sub in the value. Sub in the value. Sub in the value. it's understood lah, because x when 3 is very small in the denominator, so this become minus x squared 4 2 ln x plus 1. Okay, 3 1, and you can just, normally I do not like to punch the calculator for that, because ln 1 is 1, is 0, right? So it's this 1, and then you just, well, I think it's just wasting of time in punching calculator. So 9 4 is 36, unless you're doing engineering design, you punch in calculator. So this will be the answer. Oh, you can check the answer whether it's correct or not. I don't think it's wrong. Okay, thank you.